You are tuning in to KDPS 88.1 FM The Edge. This is Kassie here. And you know, all I've been hearing about all weekend is this Kate Middleton whole scandal. If none of you have heard it by now, I will fill you in. Apparently, she got caught topless, and the paparazzi caught her, and a French magazine put it in their magazine called Closer. Now, Kate Middleton is not too happy about that. I mean, come on, that would be really embarrassing. So she's trying to sue this magazine, and after they came out with it, there was 2 other French magazines as well. Now, there is allegedly some porn company offering the person that owns these pictures of her, they're offering her money, the people that own the picture, money for the photos because they want to make something of it. Now, that's just really scandalous, having them be royals and all, and I mean, come on now. Kate wants to sue the magazine Closer for posting these pictures, but what about Prince Harry? Come on now. He was nude, partying up in Vegas. Poor little Ginger is not getting as much attention. I feel like he's the black sheep of the family. I kind of feel bad for him. But stay tuned to KDPS. We have a lot of awesome music coming up. Right now is Changing by Airborne Toxic Event. You are tuning in to KDPS 88.1 FM. This is Kassie. That last song was Don't Wake Me Up by Chris Brown. Now, if I were Chris Brown at the moment, I would not want to be waking up either. There is so much buzz going on lately with Chris Brown and this whole Rihanna thing still. First, regarding Chris Brown's neck tattoo that resembles a beaten face of Rihanna's. Who knows? It just allegedly looks like it, but I have to say, I did take a peek at the picture of it, and it looks quite similar. Then, what's even stranger, Rihanna recently got a tattoo underneath her chest in honor of her grandmother that had recently passed away, and Chris Brown, about a week later, got the tattoo in the same exact place. Now, it's a little ironic. Now, I do feel a little bit bad for Chris Brown because his album is coming out, and there is an anti-violence group over in the UK that put warning labels on his new album that says, warning, he beats woman. Ouch. Burn to Chris Brown. That ought to suck. I'm sorry. But he kind of deserves it, in my opinion. But all this stuff that's been going around, I think just kind of totally ruined his reputation. Or possibly his life. Who knows? But up next, it's Death Cab for Cutie. You Are a Tourist. Well, I have some really weird news for you. There is a mother from Philadelphia that got a ticket after her 2-year-old son peed in the middle of the street. Yeah, take that in. Apparently, they were shopping around, and they had left the shop to go to somewhere else, and they had to use the restroom. The shop wouldn't let them. So after leaving, trying to find a restroom, the little boy could not hold it. The mother told him to go pee in a patch of grass. What did he do? Peed in the middle of the street. Unfortunately, a cop was nearby and gave her a $50 ticket. Now, that would be extremely embarrassing if you ask me. I don't know what I would do, but I mean, I guess that's a good memory to save for him when he gets married one day. Who knows? But also, the poor lady, she got a lecture from the cop, and everyone's commenting, telling her that she's a bad parent and all this other stuff. You know, kids are just like animals. They really are. Like a dog. Like, you need to train them, and you know, sometimes they can't hold it. Don't blame the mother. He's only 2 years old. Well, you think that's strange. Hear this. There is a librarian from Virginia that claims she lost nearly 80 pounds on a Starbucks diet. Yeah, that's right, a Starbucks diet. She said she has such a busy schedule, she didn't want to spend all that money on the delivery meal plans that are out there because, you know, Starbucks is so much cheaper than those. But apparently within 2 years, after sticking with strictly Starbucks meals, she lost nearly 80 pounds. She used to weigh 190, now 114. Her height is 5'4". I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, eat some fruits and veggies. I don't think that could be too healthy for you. Come on now. What is she thinking? Keep it locked on 88.1 KDPS, The Edge. We have awesome music coming up, some more celeb gossip. Up next is 1901 by Phoenix. You are listening to KDPS 88.1 The Edge. This is Kassie. That last song was Muse with Madness. I have some Amanda Bynes news. I don't know if anyone's been noticing. She's been in the news quite a bit. I mean, she's gotten tons of drunk driving, DUIs, hit and runs, which, by the way, she has quite a lovely mugshot. I'd go check that one out. She even most recently got caught smoking marijuana in her vehicle. Not only that, recently claims to the authorities have been made by her neighbors, stating that she is going crazy. Basically, her neighbors have been seeing her talking to objects, or not even talking to objects, just talking to air. She'll be having conversations with herself, be laughing. Even the people at her gym that she goes to say she definitely brings the crazy in. I mean, come on now. I feel like all teen or child stars, whenever they're younger, had their own little TV shows. I think they've all just kind of gone crazy. For instance, Lindsay Lohan, the Olsen twins, all of them. I mean, Amanda Panda has lost her mind, literally. I mean, I know we could try to think of excuses, like maybe she's talking into her Bluetooth headset, because whenever you see people talking to those, they always look like a schizophrenic person. But to be completely honest, there's no more excuses. I'm all out of excuses. She is just one hot mess. Speaking of hot mess, this is Cobra Starship. That last song was I Will Wait by Mumford & Sons. That is on their new album, Babel. If you have not checked it out, go do it right now. It is amazing. And usually when artists come out with new albums, they are not good at all. But no, this one is pretty good, and it's getting awesome reviews as well. So go check that one out. Some other albums that came out recently that are not getting good reviews are Two Door Cinema Club. Now, that one's called Beacon, and I was pretty disappointed with myself. If you haven't heard any of their music, their old album was good, but not so much anymore. And also, another album that's getting kind of derailed was Owl City's previous one. It's called Midsummer Station. I guess a lot of people aren't really a fan of him anyways. I guess I think most of his music actually is really catchy and annoying, but it's so good that you kind of have to like it. But he has gotten some help with this new album by Carly Rae Jepsen, of course, Good Time. That one hit the charts, obviously. And also he did get some help by Blink-182's Mark Hoppus. Now, apparently having all these celebs and singers on the tracks does not help sell the album or get good reviews at all. In other celeb news, Justin Bieber. Apparently he tweeted out recently that he was playing a show in Washington and he was robbed. Now, he didn't say exactly what, but people are hinting at it was his camera and computer because he was upset that it had personal footage. That sounds a little bit scandalous, Biebs. Wonder what he had on that. But police are doing more investigations. But stay tuned. We got Florence and the Machine, Two Door Cinema Club, Rocket Summer, so much more coming up on KDPS 88.1 FM. You are tuning into KDPS 88.1 FM, and the zombie apocalypse is here. Well, sort of. This weekend is the 4th annual Des Moines Zombie Walk. So, if you are terrified of horror movies, you live downtown, wanted to go shopping, anything, don't go downtown. Because basically, the Des Moines Zombie Walk, people get their makeup done like zombies and just walk around downtown pretty much. So I am going to avoid that whole area the entire day. And actually the makeup and outfits that people do for this zombie walk is quite frightening. It looks totally real. Now, I'm almost tempted just to go get my makeup done for it and just scare a bunch of my friends, but I wouldn't even want to look in the mirror myself, so I don't know why I would want to do that. But yeah, that'd be a fun thing to check out this weekend. There's live music, food, games, drinks. Check that out, Des Moines Zombie Walk on Saturday. But up next is People Say by Portugal the Man. Des Moines Shuffle Station, 88.1 KDPS.
Britney, bitch.
We play what you want to hear. Des Moines Shuffle Station, 88.1 KDPS.
You're listening to Edge 88.1 with Kassie and Theresa. And tonight we have a lot of news for you, but we want to talk about Honey Boo Boo selling Girl Scout cookies. Did you hear about this?
Honey Boo Boo Child, yes I did.
I have never really seen the show. I've seen maybe a couple episodes, but apparently the story goes that Honey Boo Boo is helping out one of her friends, who is a Girl Scout, sell cookies. And by doing that, she was putting a banner up on Facebook, and she was encouraging all of her fans to buy these Girl Scout cookies from her so that her friend would kind of reap in the benefits of it. But I don't really think that's fair, and I think the Girl Scout community and leaders kind of told her to stop it. But
yeah, that wouldn't really be fair. And of all people, I would not choose Honey Boo Boo to sell some Girl Scout cookies.
Right? I don't think I would either.
I think just branding her with Girl Scout cookies just is not a good mix for children.
It really isn't. Were you ever in Girl Scouts?
I was in brownies.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that?
What I think it is like the thing you are before you become a Girl Scout.
Okay.
You
I
used
can
to
see
like
that.
crafts and
So
stuff.
the less intense version of Girl Scouts.
Yeah, and there'd be like weird field days where we would do like fun little activities you do in like PE or something.
Wow, that sounds very opposite of Girl Scout cookies or Girl Scouts where they sell cookies that are chock full of those delicious calories. Like, I know they're selling all the cookies now. My favorite would probably have to be the Samoas.
You know, I've never had a Girl Scout cookie.
You've never had a Girl Scout cookie?
I've never had the desire to either.
That's probably a good thing, because once you have a Girl Scout cookie, you just kind of get hooked. They're really good.
I was at work the other day and someone offered me one that was like lime and like strawberry flavored.
What?
It was some new flavor for Girl Scouts. And I was like, no thank you.
Yeah, I would probably say no to that one. You gotta stick with the classics, like the Tagalongs, the Samoas, or I guess they're called Caramel Delights, and then Thin Mints. Those are the ones to go to, the Thin Mints. But I don't know. I guess I'll just have to try them sometime.
Well, I don't like cookies, but I'll try them.
Gosh. We'll keep it locked on Edge 88.1.
Thursday, February 28th at Hilton Coliseum in Ames.
Passion Pit.
With special guests Matt and Kim. Thursday, February 28th at Hilton Coliseum in Ames is Passion Pit with Matt and Kim. For more information, visit Ticketmaster.com.
You are tuning in to KDPS 88.1 FM. This is Kassie here. And stay tuned. There's plenty celeb gossip, weird news, movie reviews, and you will never know or guess which famous celeb couple called it quits. It's quite shocking if you ask me, so keep it locked. It's all coming up right here on your station. So Chris Brown and Rihanna finally called it quits. Now, how long is it going to last? I have no idea. Probably not very long, but that's pretty surprising. I thought she would just take all those beatings and just roll with it, but apparently he announced it on a Los Angeles radio show. So I wonder what happened there. Apparently Rihanna said that she just wants to focus on her career. Well, about time, Rihanna. We've been waiting. And another couple that's got blossomed, I should say, it's kind of strange. P. Diddy and supermodel Kate Upton. Yeah, that's kind of weird. P. Diddy is 43 years old and Kate Upton is 20. That should be illegal. And strange news in this couple's relationship. Kristen Stewart and Rob Pattinson are still staying strong, and apparently she had a birthday recently, and Rob bought Kristen a $46,000 pen. Yes, a pen, because apparently Kristen collects pens. That just sounds so exciting and like the best birthday gift that anyone could ever receive. And also, I think that might be the only interesting thing about Kristen Stewart. Keep it locked on 88.1 The Edge. So Gwyneth Paltrow, there has been a lot of talk about her lately, about how she's had diet issues and all kinds of other stuff. Well, apparently, she went on to say that she gives her kids, or she puts her kids on a 40-day elimination diet. So, these little children can't eat basically anything. All they can eat is fruits and nuts, which is crazy. They should take her kids away from her, because those kids deserve some cookies or candy. But apparently, like, she is freaking out about this. They can't have any gluten or any dairy. Like, it is hardcore stuff. I would hate to be a part of that family. I love my pizza too much. Heck no. What I think she should do, though, that TV show, it's called Wife Swap. She should swap places with Mama June, because Honey Boo Boo could use a little bit of a diet. Not to be rude, but come on. I think she could definitely learn a few things and put down the bonbons. She's had a little bit too much, in my opinion. And apparently, other news, Amanda Bynes is suing us all. That's right. Anyone that puts any more pictures of her acting crazy and quote-unquote erratic behavior, erratic, same thing, she's going to sue you. Well, Amanda, I find that a little hard to believe, because you don't have any money. If you do, I don't know where it's coming from, because you retired like 5 years ago, remember? Yeah, that's a little bit nuts if you ask me. But keep it locked. Right now is new music by Neighborhood. Here is Sweater Weather. You are listening to KDPS 88.1 FM. This is Kassie here. And Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees recently just had an interview with MTV News and basically completely burned Taylor Swift and just told all the boy bands out there to stay away from her. It's kind of gotten to the point. I mean, I've never liked T Swift, but I think it's gotten to the point where I just kind of feel bad for her. Basically, because there's so many celebrities out there that sleep around and have so many boyfriends and things all the time. But for some reason, T Swift kind of falls in the category with the Kardashians. For some reason, people are infatuated with them for no reason. So I kind of feel bad for her, because all these other celebrities are not in the spotlight, even though they are doing much worse. So, apologize, T Swift. I, for once, feel a little bit sympathy for you. Just a little bit. Not going to ease up on that a little at all. But yesterday, there were reports that surfaced saying that Snooki apparently has anorexia, has been going on laxatives, just drinking and trying her best to stay thin. But she came out saying none of it's true and blah blah blah. Basically, this is what I think. All those cast members now are completely loaded. If you haven't noticed, they all are thinner, have plastic faces and fake other parts of their body. And I think it's clear that she has money. She probably got lipo or something crazy like that, because it's Jersey Shore and she just had a baby. I don't really care. I guess there's a lot of celebrities that have these eating disorders. Whatever. They just need to come clean. They got lipo, whatever. Laser surgery to remove it. I guess it really doesn't matter. But keep it locked, because I have information that you'll want to hear. That's right. You have the possibility to buy fragrance so you can smell like a zombie. Yeah, that's real, and it's in the process of being made. So stay tuned on 88.1 The Edge to hear more about this interesting story. You are listening to KDPS 88.1 The Edge. That last song was Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood. That is new on their latest album, so check that out. And in other news, there is a new fragrance where you have the opportunity, I guess would be the best word to say it, to smell like a zombie. That's right. So Demeter Company has created this new fragrance, Dead Sexy Zombie Fragrance. There is a for him and hers. That's right, listen up. So they made this fragrance for the possibility of a zombie apocalypse, and I guess those Walking Dead fans, which I am one of them, but I don't know about this whole smelling like a zombie thing. So let me give you just a little insight of what these will smell like. So zombie for him, it will smell like dried leaves, mushrooms, moss, and earth. Wow. Now, if I had a boyfriend, that is exactly what I would like him to come home smelling like. Oh my gosh, how dead sexy, right? Well, let me tell you about the for hers. You will smell like grass, and not clean cut grass, like grass that's been rained on and snowed on and nasty grass, trash, and also it will smell like the bottom of a wine glass just for a feminine touch. I guess they were thoughtful on that one. I'm not quite sure. Apparently they made this so when a zombie attack happens, you can just fly under the radar. I mean, okay, I get their whole process of this, I guess, kind of, but there's not going to be a zombie attack. Why does everyone think this crazy stuff's going to happen when it's not? I'm sorry, you are crazy. And the fun thing is, what I want to know is how many people are actually going to go out and buy this fragrance, because sad truth is, our world is really messed up and crazy, and I think a lot of people will end up buying this nasty stuff and smelling like crap, and their bosses at work will have to fire them and be like, hey, you need to go home and take a shower. I don't know. That's just my prediction. But keep it locked on 88.1 The Edge, because there's a ton of awesome music coming up. Up next is Carried Away by Passion Pit.